I've changed my little profile picture to Lautrec from Dark Souls. Yay! I like this gun. Who the fuck am I? It seems I have a fair amount of light ammo. Not too much, though. Yeah, I don't want to be excessive on the light ammo. Good old English messing with me again, because I am terrible at reading. Slimmer than nature. What I read when I looked at it. Slimier than nature. Of course I did. Me and my dear Zero viewers, we have more money. Huh. Needed all that light ammo. Oh boy. I don't even remember what my fucking stats are. But I have a lot of healing. Holy shit. Alright. There we go. Okay. Clearly I'm trying to use long guns a little more. But I put more stats into being very talkative, huh? Seems legit. I wonder overall what, like, the best sniper rifle and shit is. Game's been out. Finally had some news about a DLC as well, which is pretty interesting. My phone's dead. Figure of speech, it's only got 15%.
Captain, Felix and the Vicar are arguing again.
I bet they are. Oh, I'm on Turek 2? Crazy. Could I just go straight to Monarch or something? I can. Why do I need the landing bay? I'm lying, of course. I've actually played a little bit ahead of this point.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Not too far ahead, though. Still terrible at this game. Actually, I'm just terrible at games. I just play a lot. Even the music left me. Terrible. Realized I haven't streamed in like 3-4 months. It was terrible. That's not like I don't play every day. I just don't play the games I was streaming every day. And then all this fun stuff with COVID. Segment names.
Hey, be careful with those crates.
There's those purple berry fruits. You want a hunch? You got your lunch right here.
Damn. I no longer want to play this game simply because I couldn't jump over that barricade.
Have you had a moment to look into that little opportunity? What's that? Speak up now. What'd you turn up? Well, that's just swell, sweetheart. Good for you. A shame you didn't visit old Gladys first. That would... If Auntie Cleo's exporting wraps from Monarch, golly me, someone's going to be in the soup when they get caught. Bless your slippery little fingers. Isn't that just a shame? Prototype schematics go for a fair handful of bits around here. Darnation. It sounded like a gold mine, but maybe that's just my old hopes getting in the way. I suppose it can't be helped. Law bless you for doing the legwork, sweetie. Don't forget your pal Gladys now. You can come visit anytime. Fantastic. Do be careful with it, dear, as these keys tend to be a tad hard to acquire. You should have a chat with Lilia Hagen in the Sublight offices. She's a dear. You'll love her. Now, was there anything else? Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Here, take a candy with you.
Be able to set foot on the whole of the planet? Well, I know monarchs are ruined. I think it counts anyhow.
As long as there's paying work, you can count me in.
Whoa. That's a lot of damage. Physical.
You weren't followed, were you? I hope not. Sure is. Welcome aboard, contractor. One of my guys in Stellar Bay has a lead on some high-grade salvage, but he went dark before he could spill the goods. We arranged a drop at the Saltuna warehouse's loading dock. Find whatever he left there and take it to Fallbrook. My gal Catherine will be expecting you. Now, get going. Catherine will brief you on the details when you check in with her at Fallbrook. One last thing. When you're on the job, keep a pair of eyes in the back of your head. Understood? You'll do fine. Probably nothing to worry about. Probably.
I ain't worried if you aren't, Captain. Honest.
How dare you save me from myself? Let me jump.
We're not gonna have to hurt nobody, are we?
Leave.
DNP Borst faucets. Can be macro-laser access.
The board rep's office used to be in the docking bays.
Rizzo Spectral Water.
Routing through the backup relay has saved us a mess of trouble. Thanks to you, the auxiliary will handle the signal load when the primary's caught in the occlusion.
Oh, good. I already did it. Glorious.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
I wonder if there's an overall best, like, damage type as well.
Hey, that pad down.
You know, I hope DLC is more like a true, like, expansion. Adds, like, pretty much the whole game to the game. Such as,
Captain,
I know,
Felix and the Vicar are arguing again.
I know that in the end of this game, you don't get to continue playing.
Welcome back, Captain. Now that you have acquired a nav key to Stellar Bay, would you like me to contact Dr. Wells?
Yes.
Well done. You'll love Monarch. Exotic climate, violent native species, fascinating culture, really. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the Information... I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch. You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Very hard to miss. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound.
I do have questions, but not the
Best
time.
of luck. Everyone on the Hope is counting on you.
No, they're all frozen. They're not really counting on me. And I am okay with this. Perks. I wonder if there's like a sniper rifle science weapon. Hmm. Nice. Simply because we are on the ship. Interesting. Hmm.
We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
"17 minutes in and still no love from the community." First impressions count, right?
Okay.
So they don't see me stealing it. They don't mind, right?
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in.
No, I'm fine.
Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right? You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off. You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-world traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna and halcyon. Please state your name for the records. Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill. We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago. Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly.
Mostly. Great.
Oh, sure. It makes Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell. Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's
Rotten
got
egg or
lots
rotten
to say
fish.
on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though. Mr. Sandra will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you? Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor? I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tosswell poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in? Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
What are the chances of all the...
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood, so it's sliding. All over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud. But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, shit, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn wrapped out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you? Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Folks mostly grump at me about how I should join the MSI payroll. Nice change of pace. Buy me a drink, will you? Outstanding! What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger? Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You'll have to get me something to clear my head. Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set. Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
She's always cranky.
No, I mean, more than usual.
Wouldn't know. I made it a point to stay out of her way.
If Velma's capable of running the warehouse, she can certainly pick up her own caffeinoid.
Don't be so hard on her. With Brax missing, she's working doubles and needs a little edge.
Very well, dearie. But you stop by any time you like. Hmm?
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember.
Quite the bedside manner, lady.
Well, it's so rare I get the pleasure of new company. What can Auntie Abigail do for you? And what a helpful young man you are. Nothing like a little pill to liven up the spirits.
Whiskey helps, too.
Please leave medical advice to the professionals. Now, dearie, who's this pickup for? I'm so sorry, but with the iconoclasts and the marauder filth chasing away what little trade we get, I'm afraid I have to reserve my supply for Stellar Bay residents. Our reserves have gotten so low, I've even had to start locking the supply room upstairs. Isn't it a shame what some people will do to get a little extra? Isn't it just? I'd make an exception for you if I could, my little cherub. Is there anyone else needing a special pickup from Auntie Abigail? Oh, her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us. Now I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. I don't like to pry. Well, Dr. Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't access them. Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty face for the customers. And to keep an extra key to the supply room, for all the times Dr. Williams misplaced his. Careless experimentation with medicinal substances does take its toll, eventually.
But until then, it's lots of fun.
Episodic pharmacological delirium is no laughing matter, young lady.
Jesus, that's what you're gonna call it.
In the town graveyard, I'm afraid. Poor man was always searching for the flower of enlightenment. On the way, he tried some rather daring substance combinations. It's a philosophist symbol of some kind, dearie. Never you mind. The graveyard's near the southern ruins. You're certainly welcome to pay our respects, but the bodies tend to attract beasties. Do be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you, dearie.
Oh, optional. It's already dead. Jesus.
Chin up, dearie.
Search his body. Not his persons. What's this?
I'll keep it down.
$55 in hacking, huh? So what do we have? How do we go from there? Hacking is at 36 because of my advanced defensive armor. Alright. I know what I'm usually wearing. Whoa. Gonna go with we don't have it this time. Oh, we're just right next to him. Later.
Ah, the charmer. Welcome back. Drink, chat, or business? All of the above?
Says someone who's never had any fun.
Exactly. See? I'm glad someone on your crew's got some sensible. Got her head on straight. Whew, that hits the spot. Right in the, oh, no, there it is. There it is. Yes. We're in business. Let's go.
That was fast. I gotta see about stocking some on the ship.
You be careful. The first one's free. After that, they'll offer you gainful employment. Great. Where to? Oh, Hiram? I ain't checked in on that man in an age. He's running the giant radio tower we lovingly call Devil's Peak. We'll be going south and west, mostly along the road till we're past Fallbrook. Out there, there's a western slope that'll lead us through some fun. You like hunting, right? That's fun. If you're more of a spelunker, Rotting River will take you into the mountain caverns. We can discuss options when we get closer. That said, 3's already a crowd. I don't mind waiting somewhere until you got a spot open.
I hope you like being part of our crew, Nyoka. We're real excited to have you.
That's a pretty big gun for a hunter.
I don't know what the game's like on Terra 2, but out here, the daintier weapons ain't gonna cut it. Manosaurs require stopping power.
Yeah, but what's left after you're done with them?
Help! Someone's been killed!
It wasn't me.
Sir, please, I need your help. I can pay.
Poor people.
Captain, let's talk. Hey, got a favor to ask you. Figure while we're out here in the wilderness anyhow, we might stop in on an old friend of mine. Preferably before we get to Hiram's. It's on the way, don't worry. You don't seem the type to run off and get yourself killed, and I could use the help.
Well,
we'll see about that. I'll be upfront with you. I hate asking for help. I hate it. Every time I give someone the opportunity to disappoint me, they seem to make it their most immediate goal. But this,
I
what
want
I'm
to make
thinking,
that my goal.
it's dangerous. Really? Here I was steeling myself for inevitable rejection. I used to run with a band of hunters. Friends. 6 of us. We were on Monarch when the corporations pulled out, and we helped a lot of people pick up the pieces. I haven't seen 2 of them in years, and the rest I know to be dead. I'd like to gather their effects and bury them all in the same places, like the family we once were. I saw it happen. Hell, one of them was in my arms at the time. His name was Hayes, and he's our first stop. I buried him a ways from our encampment. I'll show you where he rests. He had a medallion in his effects. That's what I'll bring home to Barry. A long time ago, we built an encampment, and if we can find Rebecca and Anders, they'll know how to lure her out. Then...
All right. Sounds like fun. There we go.
Good old Stellar Bay. Only place on the planet that don't stink of sulfur. Right. Here's the road. Follow it south.
Doing this. Nice one. My contact!
I'm not playing on the harder difficulty. Wait a minute. You don't say? Oh, there it goes. Alright, being over encumbered is going to be a bit of a pain in the ass. Makes sense.
Careful. Only things you'll find in the... Score, Cap!
Over excessive. Mm-hmm. Damn it. I'm just not going to use him quickly. Oh, modeled spaceship did me in. Good God, there's so many of them. I need something to drink.
Think they left anything good behind?
Don't bother knocking on any doors. If anyone's inside, they're liable to respond.
Thank you.
In my sight! Next one's mine!
Might go into Stellar Bay to sell a bunch of shit. And possibly upgrade this gun. It's a 50-50.
Reminds me of the crew cabin on one of my first ships.
You'll get used to it. Give it 10 or 15 years.
No one cares. Actually, I might care, but not for the reason you think. Yes! Vending machines. Okay. What do we got? Mark 2. think most of my weight's coming from here. See, it says 37 herbs, spices, and flavor additives, but somehow it's meat. Like this tobacco corn ears. Is this shit called metal? Is this shell? Jesus Christ.
Wrapped musk and canid right here.
Hey. Yeah, but which one's better? Well, I have one of these, I guess. big shoosher on it. We'll stop there. Depends on what I need at the time. Yeah, because that's not intimidating. Alright, it's been an hour. I'll put another stream up eventually at some point. We never know anymore. But I do want to fire off the new gun. This time, we shall open fire. Give the people what they want. Oh. Oh, it's glorious.
I'd ship for the merc who had a gun like yours, Nyoka. He polished it, sang to it, slept with it. Not like that, as far as I know.
Sounds like he had himself a discerning palate. Where are you going with this?
He couldn't hit the broadside of an assault cruiser, hence the tin shredder.
Wouldn't be the first man I met bearing compensation for his lack of skill.
I like it. I like this thing. We're gonna save it here. Go get something to eat. Later, people. Later.